Welcome to SPASRO. Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we will see about Saturn in 8th house. In astrology, the placement of Saturn in the 8th house of a natal birth chart can have various implications and influences on a person's life. The 8th house is often associated with topics such as transformation, shared resources, intimacy, deep psychological exploration, and matters related to life, death, and regeneration. Saturn, known as the planet of discipline, responsibility, limitations, and structure, can bring its own set of energies when placed in this house. Here are some general interpretations of Saturn in the 8th house. 1. Deep emotional exploration. Saturn in the 8th house can indicate a strong need for emotional depth and understanding. Individuals with this placement may be naturally drawn to delve into their own psychological complexities and may also be skilled at understanding the deeper emotions of others. 2. Transformation and regeneration. The 8th house is associated with transformation and rebirth. Saturn's influence here can indicate that transformation in the person's life often comes through challenges, which can lead to personal growth and inner strength. 3. Intimacy and shared resources. This placement may bring a sense of seriousness and responsibility to matters of intimacy and shared resources, such as joint finances, inheritances, and partnerships. The individual may approach these matters with caution and a desire for structure. 4. Facing fear and taboos. Saturn's presence in the 8th house might indicate a willingness to confront fears, taboos, and things that are often avoided by society. This placement can lead to a desire to understand and work through deep-seated issues. 5. Legacy and inheritance. There could be a focus on leaving a lasting legacy or making meaningful contributions to the world, especially in areas related to psychology, healing, or transformation. 6. Responsibility for others. There might be a sense of responsibility or duty towards others, especially in the context of emotional support, as well as dealing with the matters of life and death. 7. Endurance and perseverance. Individuals with Saturn in the 8th house may develop the capacity to endure challenging situations and to persevere through difficult times, often emerging stronger on the other side. Remember that astrology is a complex and nuanced field, and the interpretation of any placement should take into account the entire birth chart, including the signs, aspects, and positions of other planets. Additionally, individual experiences can vary widely, so these interpretations are general tendencies rather than definitive predictions. If you are interested in delving deeper into astrology, consulting with a professional astrologer can provide you with a more personalized and detailed analysis. Certainly, here are some additional points to consider about Saturn in the 8th house in astrology. 8. Fear of loss. Saturn in the 8th house can sometimes bring about a fear of loss or a fear of letting go. This could manifest in various aspects of life, including relationships, possessions, or even a fear of one's own mortality. 9. Financial management. Saturn's influence here might lead to a cautious and disciplined approach to financial matters. The individual may be focused on building and managing wealth in a responsible and systematic way. 10. Endings and beginnings. The 8th house is associated with transitions and transformations, and Saturn's presence can emphasize the theme of endings and new beginnings. This could pertain to major life changes, career shifts, or even spiritual transformations. 11. Boundaries in relationships. Saturn in the 8th house might encourage the establishment of clear boundaries in relationships, both emotional and physical. The individual may be selective about who they allow into their inner circle. 12. Psychological depth. This placement often suggests a deep interest in psychology, metaphysical matters, and the mysteries of life. There might be a strong desire to understand the hidden aspects of human nature and the universe. 13. Delayed rewards. Saturn is associated with delays and challenges, and its presence in the 8th house could indicate that rewards or transformations may come after significant effort, perseverance, and facing obstacles. 14. Karmic influences. the 8th house is sometimes linked to karmic patterns and lessons. Saturn's placement here could indicate a need to confront and resolve karmic debts or patterns related to shared resources, trust, and vulnerability. 15. Emotional maturity. With time and experience, individuals with Saturn in the 8th house may develop emotional maturity, resilience, and a heightened capacity to handle intense emotional situations with grace and wisdom. 16. Healing and counseling. This placement can suggest a strong potential for roles related to healing and counseling. The individual may be drawn to professions such as therapy, psychology, or holistic healing. 17. Legacy of knowledge. Saturn's influence here could point to a desire to leave behind a legacy of knowledge, wisdom, and transformational insights. This could manifest through creative works, writings, or teachings. 18. Spiritual growth. While the 8th house is often associated with deep emotions and the material world, Saturn's presence can also contribute to a profound spiritual journey, leading to inner growth and enlightenment. As always, keep in mind that astrology is a tool for self-reflection and exploration, and its interpretations can vary based on an individual's unique circumstances and life experiences. It's important to approach astrology with an open mind and a willingness to engage with its symbolism in a way that resonates with you personally. Of course, here are some additional insights and nuances regarding Saturn in the 8th house in astrology. 19. Psychological resilience. Individuals with Saturn in the 8th house may develop a strong psychological resilience over time. They can learn to handle and process emotional challenges with a level-headed and disciplined approach. 20. Trust and intimacy issues. While this placement can encourage deep emotional exploration, it can also bring up issues of trust and intimacy. There may be a need to work through fears or reservations related to vulnerability and sharing with others. 21. Research and investigation. Saturn in the 8th house can manifest as a keen interest in research, investigation, and digging beneath the surface. This could apply to various fields such as scientific research, detective work, or uncovering hidden truths. 22. Ownership and control. This placement might lead to a desire for control and ownership over shared resources, leading to lessons about letting go and sharing on a deeper level. 23. Inheritance and legacy. There might be a focus on one's inheritance, not just in terms of material possessions but also in terms of the lessons and values passed down through generations. 24. Mystical and occult interests. Saturn's placement in the 8th house could pique interest in mystical, occult, or esoteric subjects. The individual might have a natural inclination to explore these hidden realms. 25. Responsibility for others' welfare. Individuals with Saturn in the 8th house could take on responsibilities related to the well-being of others, especially in situations involving shared resources, such as family estates or joint investments. 26. Death and transformation as teachers. This placement can lead to encounters with death, loss, or significant life changes that become powerful teachers, fostering personal growth and maturity. 27. Long-term commitments. The influence of Saturn in this house can bring about a need for long-term commitments, not just in relationships but also in various aspects of life, such as career or personal goals. 28. Facing the shadow self. With Saturn in the 8th house, there may be a natural inclination to face one's own shadow self and work on integrating repressed or hidden aspects of the personality. 29. Crisis management skills. Individuals with this placement might develop effective crisis management skills, as they tend to approach challenges with patience, pragmatism, and the ability to strategize for solutions. 30. Transcending limitations. While Saturn is often associated with limitations, its placement in the 8th house can inspire the individual to transcend these limitations through inner strength and transformation. Remember that astrology offers a symbolic framework for understanding personality traits, tendencies, and life experiences. It's important to interpret placements within the context of the entire birth chart and to approach astrology as a tool for self-awareness and personal growth. Each individual is unique, and while these insights can provide general guidance, your personal experiences and choices also play a significant role in shaping your life's journey.